Okay, so maybe you've seen this post that's gone viral. A lot of people are sharing it in different formats on YouTube, on Facebook, just everywhere, about the MIT study that basically says that ChatGPT makes you dumber. And here's the thing, it sounds very definitive and conclusive. And I mean, news outlets everywhere are proclaiming this. Professors, I see professors touting this as evidence of why no one should ever touch AI. It's going to rot our brains and AI is the worst thing ever. Here's the deal. First of all, for those of you who don't have an academic background, an academic research background, let me share a couple of things with you about this study. First of all, there was a very small sample size. There were only 54 participants in the study. Now, of those 54 participants, only 18 of them completed the entire 4 months of the study. So there you've already shrunk it by about 2/3. This is not a meaningful sample size. Additionally, this research is not peer-reviewed yet. Now, does that automatically invalidate it? No, just because something is not peer-reviewed does not mean that it's invalid. What it does mean is that it has not yet been examined by other academics for flaws in methodology, for various things where they may come back and say, hey, this actually needs some more work, or, really your sample size wasn't big enough for this to actually be conclusive or helpful, and to identify like the weak points. That's why it's not technically published yet. That's why this study is in what they call preprint, and you can still access it. You can find it in PDF form on the web, the full thing for yourself. I encourage you to do that. Go look at it. But it's not academically rigorous is what I'm saying. I'm currently working on my doctorate. I would not be allowed to use this source and cite it in a paper because it is not peer reviewed, which means it is not yet academically credible. But yet everybody is quoting it like it's the gospel. Okay, so here's the other final thought on all of this. And that is that they didn't make any distinction for use case. Because what they did is they took of these 54 participants, they were divided into 3 groups. Within those 3 groups, they were given instructions. One group had to write using only their brain, right? No internet help, no AI, right? They just had to do it the old-fashioned way. Another group was allowed to have some collaboration and write it themselves. And then the third group was told to delegate it completely to ChatGPT. Well, if you've delegated your work to somebody, you're not engaged in it. And one of the things that they cited in this study was, the ChatGPT group couldn't even remember what they'd written moments later. Well, of course not. They didn't write it. They delegated it to ChatGPT. Of course they didn't remember it. I mean, that is the equivalent of saying to a professor, oh, hey, Professor ABC, I see that you allowed your teacher's assistant to grade these papers, as is customary in the academic world. Why is it that you don't remember what this student wrote? Well, because he never read it. He's not the one who graded it. Delegation does not automatically mean we have lost our capacity. And to compare brain scans when we know that one of those groups wasn't even actually engaged with the task per the instructions of the study, what do we expect to find? And so this, the design of the study is likely flawed. I can't for sure say, but it's likely flawed. Okay. Guys, I really hope, especially with the rise of AI, not that has anything to do with this particular issue, it doesn't, but it's going to be harder and harder to know what's real and to know if we can believe what we see. But the bottom line is, even when something sounds authoritative, even when it sounds like it's the truth, for goodness sakes, go and check into it. Look into it more deeply. Don't just cite something that you see mainstream media throwing up there, or go actually read the study. Don't even believe someone else's synopsis. Don't even believe me. Go check behind me and see if what I'm saying is true. Don't take this for gospel truth, especially in the age of AI. But I promise you, my summary is actually, it's pretty dead on. I hope you will go check me. And if you want to hear more about AI, if you want to learn more about AI literacy, how to really make a strong impact in your life and business by using it the right way, by understanding its limitations and capabilities and understanding why and how, we need to keep our human oversight and human discernment heavily involved with all aspects of its use. Subscribe and check out the links to watch some more videos like this one.